Hey lads, Galaxy Warrior, welcome to 5 building tips for building in Minecraft. Yes, over the course of building, I have accrued a knowledge base, and today I thought I'd share a bit of that with you. And alright, let's get right into it. The first building tip is when you are building circles in Minecraft, is to fill the far edges of the corner first. So almost make it like you're building a circle, right? Or you're building a square, right? So in this instance, that would be a square. But in this instance, that would make it a circle. And there you go. That's a circle, right? Pretty simple. And what you do first is you build the 3 blocks out here on each side first to figure out how you're going to make the circle. And in this example, I built a 5 blocks in a row on each side. And in this instance, you would do something like this. To make that circle. And there you go. That's a circle. Excellent. Alright. Next tip is when building a skeletal framework, I recommend using wool. And here's why. In this instance, the red is for big structures. The orange is for when the 2 red structures intersect. The blue is for the smaller secondary buildings, and yellow is for foliage. Now if you look over here, yeah, it's not a... It's a little less discernible what's what. In a lot of examples, you'll be able to, oh, for goodness sake. Sorry, that was my cat. Banging at my door. But, yeah, as you can see, in this instance, it's not really, that big a deal if you use wool or stone. But you can probably tell that if this structure was any bigger, it would even be much harder to discern what's what. But in this instance, you can say, hey, I know exactly what is what and what I need to build first. And the order of which you build things is pretty important, the way I see it. Alright, the next tip. Yes. When placing glazed terracotta, it always, it places opposite to how it looks in your hand. So the arrow for the magenta glazed terracotta is pointing towards me, right? Which means it's going to place that way. And so, for example, if you went for a light gray glazed terracotta, that little blue notch in the top right is going to be placed in the bottom left, just like that. So that's how you know that's how you can understand you can understand how you're placing glazed terracotta without having to go through the myriad of directions and, permutations. But yes, alright, next tip. When working with foliage, it's nice to place string on top of it to prevent it from growing. And now this works with every bit of it, every bit of foliage. It works with bone meal, the string on top of this one. I can't use it. The string on top of the sapling, I can't grow. It won't grow. The string on top of this fern, it won't grow either. It prevents all growth, and it's really helpful in that way. And so, it's a really helpful tip for when you're building with foliage. Alright, next tip is to know what you're building. Now, in actuality, I should have put this at the first. I should have made this the first build. Made this the first tip. But you you reap what you sow. But yeah, if you're building a jungle hutch, of course you're gonna have different blocks and different. You're gonna need a different mindset in order to build a good jungle hutch than if you were to build a good modern house. And so when when you see like so like in a survival world, and you see a piece of terrain that you want to build the top of, don't just go building, because you're gonna get something you don't like. Beforehand, understand what exactly am I building? What kind of structure do I want here? And then go from there. I think that for my personal experiences, I think that can be very helpful. So yeah, those are the 5 building tips for Minecraft. And if you're wondering, yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to play Build Battle anymore. I just saw in the last 2 episodes I had to censor and do stuff. People were building very immature builds, and I can't display that in a video. I just can't. I can't do it ethically speaking. And this video is more like a compromise. I'll do something related to building, but not Build Battle. And I know a lot of you come to my channel because of Build Battle, but unfortunately, playing more Build Battle, it does not seem to be an option anymore. So, however unfortunate, I think we have to move on from Build Battle. But as always, I will see you guys later. Take care.